To remove the wax, I poured boiling hot water into the jar and let it set for 2 to 3 hours or until the water was completely cool. You can see the wax melting and floating to the top. Once the water is completely cooled, all the wax is off the bottom and floating on top, and then you can go ahead and remove the wax. And if you have any labels you want to remove, you can take dish soap and warm water and let the jar sit in the water for 30 minutes, and then the label should peel right off. And be sure to clean the jar to remove any smudges of wax or dirt. So for this jar, I wanted a polka dot look, so I took some circular stickers, and the only ones I had were smiley face. So I took and laid them out in a random order. I used metallic gold paint and I did a thin layer, and then I went back over it again once it was dried. Once the paint was completely dry, I took off the stickers and was left with a cute polka dot jar. For the next design, I used double-sided tape only because that was the thinnest tape I had available. I put the tape completely around the jar 3 times, each time putting the tape a little closer to each other to make a gradual increasing effect. And painted the outside of the jar the same way I did before, but I also painted the inside. Then once the paint was all dry and I took off the tape, I was left with a 2-dimensional look. For my third design, I used painter's tape, and I put 1 line towards the bottom of the jar and 1 line at the top of the jar. Section, I took a sticker and placed at the center, and then added dots rotating from small to large all around the rest of the jar. Then I went ahead and painted the jar just as normal, and I also painted the lid. Once I took off the tape, I was left with this adorable design. Because I have a lid, I wanted to use this jar for treats so that way I could keep them fresh, so I went ahead and filled it with a few of my favorite treats. My next jar I kept clear because I like the clean look, and I went ahead and placed a few cotton balls and Q-tips in it. In this jar I placed some of my EOS lip balm, and I thought this was a cute way to organize and display them. In this tiny jar, which I also kept clear, I used it to hold a few of my mascaras. In my last jar, I stored some nail polishes in it, and you could also use this as room decor because I think it looks so cute. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I hope it gave you a few ideas to reusing some of your old candle jars, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!